When we hear peacekeeper, we picture soldiers in blue helmets, UN peacekeepers. Their mission isn't to fight wars, but to help countries torn by conflict find lasting peace. Unlike regular armies, peacekeepers protect civilians, disarm fighters, and help rebuild governments after war. The United Nations, created after World War II, relies on member countries to provide soldiers, police, and experts for these missions. These peacekeepers come from all over the world, united under the UN flag. Their work is guided by three principles: consent of the parties, impartiality, and using force only in self-defense or to uphold their mandate. The UN Security Council authorizes these missions, sending peacekeepers with specific tasks, like monitoring ceasefires, protecting human rights, or delivering aid. Peacekeeping is about more than security. It's about helping societies heal and rebuild. For millions, peacekeepers are the line between chaos and stability. They operate in the world's toughest environments, from jungles to deserts. Their presence gives peace a chance to take root. With security, children return to school, markets reopen, and families rebuild. This is the promise of peacekeeping, hope in places that have seen too much despair. Understanding their work is key to understanding global security today. Peacekeepers are not conquerors. They are builders of peace. Their mission is a beacon of hope for the world's most vulnerable. For years, China played a small role in UN peacekeeping, despite its power on the Security Council. Recently, that's changed. China is now one of the largest troop contributors among the Council's permanent members. Chinese peacekeepers are increasingly visible in conflict zones like South Sudan, Mali, and Lebanon. They protect civilians, build infrastructure, and clear landmines, often in dangerous conditions. China now sends more peacekeepers than the US, Russia, UK, and France combined. Their troops include engineers, medical teams, and helicopter units, skills vital to UN missions. China's involvement has shifted from low-risk roles to deploying combat troops in high-risk areas. This signals a new level of commitment and willingness to share responsibility for global security. China's growing presence is about more than numbers. It's about taking on tougher missions. As more Chinese blue helmets appear in conflict zones, the world is watching. Why now? What does this mean for the future of peacekeeping and world order? China's actions are reshaping the landscape of global security. The era of Chinese peacekeeping has truly begun. Why is China sending more peacekeepers? Officials cite three main reasons. First, responsibility. As a global power, China says it must help maintain peace. Second, humanitarian aid. Chinese teams provide medical care and rebuild infrastructure in war-torn areas. Third, solidarity. China supports developing countries, especially in Africa, strengthening political alliances and goodwill. These reasons form China's narrative, a responsible, compassionate power helping others. This message counters fears about China's rise, presenting its peacekeepers as symbols of hope. China wants the world to see its blue helmets as protectors, not conquerors. It's a carefully crafted image of a gentle giant, using strength for peace. Through peacekeeping, China aims to build trust and reshape its global reputation. The sight of Chinese peacekeepers in blue helmets sends a powerful message. For local communities, it can mean safety and hope. A major power is there to help. For China, this visibility is about soft power building trust and shaping its global image. The world now sees Chinese soldiers not just as domestic enforcers, but as international humanitarians. Every interaction, sharing water, fixing a well, playing soccer, can build or break trust. Discipline and cultural sensitivity are crucial. The reputation of the mission and China itself can hinge on a single soldier's actions. As Western countries step back from some missions, China's blue helmets fill the gap. This shift signals a changing balance of global power. Providing security is a form of influence, and China is steadily increasing its role. The world is watching how China uses this new visibility. Will it build lasting trust and cooperation? The answer will shape the future of peacekeeping. China's peacekeepers are now central to the evolving story of global security. China's peacekeeping isn't just about responsibility, it's also about protecting economic interests. Many countries where Chinese peacekeepers serve are key to China's global trade and investment, especially through the Belt and Road Initiative. Stability in these regions safeguards Chinese investments and workers abroad. Peacekeeping helps create secure environments for infrastructure projects and resource extraction. In Africa, for example, peacekeepers help stabilize countries that supply China with vital resources. When Chinese troops help end conflict in places like South Sudan, they also help keep oil flowing to China. This pragmatic approach blends helping others with protecting China's own interests. But stability benefits everyone: local communities, businesses, and the world. China's dual motivation, altruism and self-interest, makes its peacekeeping commitment strong and likely to grow. For Beijing, peacekeeping is both a moral duty and a smart investment. The result: a safer world and a stronger China. Peacekeeping missions deeply affect women and families in conflict zones. UN troops can create safe zones, protecting women and children from violence and enabling access to markets, clinics, and water. Female peacekeepers are especially important. They build trust, help women report crimes, and serve as role models. China is deploying more women in its peacekeeping forces, responding to the UN's call for gender inclusion. But large foreign forces can also bring risks, including exploitation and abuse. Maintaining trust requires strict discipline and accountability. For peacekeepers' families, long deployments mean sacrifice and worry. Ultimately, peacekeeping creates space for healing, education, and new opportunities for women and children. The goal: a future where families can rebuild in safety and hope. The impact of peacekeeping is measured in lives changed, especially for women. With more peacekeepers comes a greater need for accountability. Peacekeepers wield power in fragile environments. Oversight is essential to prevent abuse. The UN sets conduct standards, but prosecution falls to each country. For China, maintaining discipline is vital for its reputation and soft power ambitions. Any scandal could undermine years of trust building. Transparency and justice are not just moral imperatives, they're strategic necessities. Journalists and citizens play a role in demanding accountability. Public scrutiny ensures that peacekeepers uphold the highest standards. Sustainable peace depends on justice for all, including those in blue helmets. Trust is built when wrongdoing is confronted openly and fairly. China's rise in peacekeeping marks a shift toward a more multipolar world. The US is no longer the sole world's policeman. China is stepping up. As China takes on more security roles, its influence in the UN and global affairs grows. China's emphasis on sovereignty and non-interference shapes how peacekeeping missions are run. This new role brings both opportunities and challenges for the world. Will China work within the global system or reshape it to fit its own values? Its actions in peacekeeping offer clues: constructive engagement, but with clear self-interest. Smaller countries see both opportunity and risk in China's rise. For the West, it means adapting to a new balance of power. The future of global security is being written by these blue-helmeted peacekeepers. China's growing peacekeeping role isn't just about geopolitics. It's about people, especially women. Stability from peacekeeping lets women build safer, more prosperous lives. China's contributions mean more resources for rebuilding and protection. As China's influence grows, it can champion women's roles in peace processes. But vigilance is needed to ensure development truly benefits local communities and women. Accountability for peacekeepers is essential. Justice must be swift and transparent. These trends, China's rise, shifting power, and the fight for peace, are shaping the world's future. For women everywhere, this is a call to engage and advocate for inclusive, just security. The story of Chinese peacekeepers is a reminder: peace is fragile, responsibility is shared, and the fight for a better world is global.